Arizona's second annual Black Children's Book Week kicks off later this month. The event showcases the state's Black authors and their contributions to children's literature with a focus on early literacy and Black representation. For more on the event, we welcome Dr. Neal Lester, Founding Director of ASU's Project Humanities, and also with us is Erica Maxwell. She's the chair of Black Children's Book Week Phoenix. Good to have you both back here. We had you here last year for the debut. Now it's number two. Doctor, we'll start with you here. Okay. What is Black Children's Book Week?
Well, Black Children's Book Week is precisely a celebration of literacy and stories about and by Black people. But they're stories that are not just about and for Black people, they're for everybody, but they come from a very specific place culturally, linguistically, and it's to sort of remind people that diversity doesn't have to be a bad word.
As far as where you stand and where you sit, what do you see the main focus of Black Children's Book Week, and what did you learn from the first one last year?
So our inaugural one was last year, and I learned about the love of literacy, about the wonderful community that we have of authors, and those exposing those authors to the larger community here in Phoenix and in Arizona. And it really is a celebration, right? A celebration of literacy, love of literacy, books. It makes people think about the books that impacted them as a child or a young adult.
I see it celebrates Black joy and literary empowerment.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Literary empowerment, literacy and being able to read really allows people to discuss literacy and different topics around literacy, to dream, to discover. And so when I think about reading, it's about the readiness, engaging activities, and again, how do we discuss and engage students around and people around literacy?
Well, and it's not just about Black people, though, because we sometimes think that if it's about women, if it's about girls, that it's not for everybody else. And one of the things about literacy, about storytelling, about narrative, about community, this is all about that. It just starts in a very specific place.
But Black representation is a factor here, is it
absolutely,
not?
Absolutely. Just like disability, race, class, all of those kinds of things get wrapped up in a really good story, but it's not limited to the specificity of the author or the story. It tells a more human story.
Right. But having that Black representation in these stories, that's a big deal, isn't it?
It is. It's about reflection, our narratives, the narratives that other people can relate to, because it's also not just about the Black experience, but all the experiences that people may experience from our perspectives.
And learn from it. So whether you identify with it or not, that's the way in which we educate, teach empathy. It may not be my story, but there's something about what you just said really resonates with me. I think that's how we get along. That's how we demonstrate our humanity.
There's that humanities. There he is, Project Humanities coming out here.
It's the center of joy.
Yes, it is.
It can be. Let's put it that way.
But let's talk about reading. Let's talk about kids and the love of reading. I mean, it just seems, some of us grew up, you almost worship books, just worship a hardcover book. Is that getting lost?
I think it can, particularly in the area of social media, but I think some of those books can still sort of transfer to other formats. But I think at the heart of that, though, is just good storytelling.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that we don't privilege at the same time we're celebrating. So we're talking about people coming together and telling stories, whether it's about the cookout or the church gathering or the fish fry. But it is important that books are certainly part of that way in which we transfer knowledge.
Yeah, part of that way, Erica, but I got to tell you, if you love books, you love reading. You can't have one without the other, can you?
Cannot. No, they are not. They are not separate. They do go together. And again, it's really a chance to bring community together. And we've also had some additions this year. We'll have book bags for free while supplies last, haircuts. Students that will be encouraged to write about a book they may have purchased or a book that they like, and take it on and have a cut bus, kids cuts. We have one of our authors also sells lemonade, so she will be there as well.
Child author,
a child author.
Yes.
So it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited about it.
And you mentioned, I think you referred to this earlier, it's storytelling being a big. It seems like, just judging from what, it's a big aspect of all this, isn't it?
I think human connection comes through stories. Even questions like, well, how did your day go today? That's an invitation to tell a story. Why are you in a bad mood today? What's happening? What's going on with your hair today? That's an opportunity to tell a story. and what we haven't often done is sort of celebrated children at the nexus of that kind of adult world. It's the adults telling the stories,
right,
but often the children's lives are the experiences about which those stories are being written. And we want to celebrate both of those.
Yes.
And at the event, there are story hours and these sorts of things?
Story times throughout. We are celebrating and focusing on 12 authors this year. Each of them will read their book to the audience and participants that are there, and they will raffle off their book as well. So there will be free books, there will be some games, a literacy wheel, and yeah, we are all about it. The whole day is full of literacy activities.
I'm sorry, but what's a literacy wheel? What does that mean?
Oh, so one of the vendors, we'll have the public library there as well.
Yeah.
We will have AZ Reads through Arizona Humanities, and we will also, Kids Need to Read. They have a literacy wheel, so they'll get to spin the wheel and win something.
And we have a new partner, the Great Arizona Puppet Theater. So the finale of this, finale of this is that one of the books from one of the adult authors will be puppetized. I'm going to make that word up. Puppetized in a production on March 1st.
Correct.
And we also have a competition going now where children are actually 3 through 6 are writing stories, and one of those stories will become part of a puppetry event as well. So we're very excited about that.
Well, and you must. We're running out of time here, but real quickly, it must be so joyful just to see kids happy with books.
It is, because when you start engaging them, the earlier you engage them, even in the womb, right? You can engage students in literacy and kids in literacy. They carry that throughout their lives. So that's what we want. We want them to start their own home libraries.
Because we're going to be giving away some free books.
Yes, we are.
And banned books. We're going to be giving some of those. We're collecting those now so that we can distribute those to those who want them.
All right, we got to stop you right there, but congratulations on this, and best of luck. Again, Erica Maxwell and Dr. Neal Lester. This is the Black Children's Book Week, February 22nd.
That's it.
All right.
And March 1st.
And March 1st.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Kickoff and finale.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it for now. I'm Ted Simons. Thank you so much for joining us. You have a great evening.
When you want to be more informed, Arizona PBS delivers news and analysis with multiple perspectives, thanks to financial support from you and...
Welcome to Friendship Village. Let me show you around.